This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
So, I've always been curious what the hell a jerkin is. I looked it up. It's apparently a sleeveless jacket, most usually made out of leather, according to Wikipedia anyway. But, come on. I think we all know when we see that word in game, jerkin, you know what we're thinking, right? Masturbation.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly.
Whoa, what's up, swingaz? I've never done it that way. I'm never doing it that way again. From the tbhq in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thralls Balls, episode number 147. I'm Wooly, the king of bullshit and indecisive warlock. More on that in a little bit. Fuck me. Here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass beastmastery hunter, as well as Bentolas, our resident raw-mogging jack-of-all-trades, but apparently marksman hunter for Season 1 of The War Within. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? It's been a while. Fuck CrowdStrike. Fuck Newark Airport.
Oh, did that really fuck up your job?
He was like on a plane for like 18 hours or something.
Oh, no, I was stuck in New Jersey and I missed all those.
That's right. I forgot all about that. I'm so sorry. The whole reason you weren't able to be here last week.
Yeah.
I should have fucked up my job too, legitimately, though. Like, I mean, without going into what I do for a living, like it just literally, like I work with like banks. And so a lot of the banks were like, we're stopping everything we're doing. And I'm like, oh, neat. So there's like a lot for me to do because like they just kept sending me these messages, like basically to like put accounts in like different statuses and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm actually still behind. I have to work tomorrow. Anyways, also, I wore a jerkin today. Don't say it. I actually wore a sleeveless canvas camouflage jacket. So it's not always leather. It was canvas at this point. But yeah.
Jerkins are still a part of fashion.
And also they are. And then also another funny jerkin story. I'll just get them all out of the way real quick. I love
jerkin stories.
I know, right? Like it was just get on Reddit. Oh, you're already probably on Reddit. Just get on jerkin stories. Like what is it? r/jerkin stories. That'd be horrible if that was like a category on Reddit, but whatever. No, the real jerkin story is that there is an animal you could get. When we're recording, I'll go get a screenshot or whatever, but there's an animal. He's on the Azure Mist Isle, and you have to be 60 to tame him, but he's called the gherkin. He's like this two-headed, like white dog, and it's cool. He's like has this purple mist on him. He's like super crazy looking. Anyways, I went and tamed one, and I named him Jerkin. So he's Jerkin the Gherkin.
Of course,
that's my jerkin story.
That leads me to a wonder. Okay, so if you've got a creature that is capable of touching itself, right? Let's say it's a humanoid.
I mean, this thing has two heads. It has options. I'm just saying.
Well, what I'm getting at here, let's say there's a fictional humanoid creature, okay? Not a dog, a humanoid. And it has two heads. So let's take the ogre, for example, in the game. If the ogre jerks off, are they also jerking off the entity that lives in the other head? Like, are they
like Shogal and his weird, like, baby?
Yeah, like, because I don't know how to, because they're not the same person, are they? They've got, like, different person. I don't fucking know anymore.
I don't know.
Anyway, what have we been up to in WoW?
Bent, go first. I'm gonna grab this.
Oh, let me go like last.
Yeah. Probably did a lot of shit. I'll go first. I didn't do jack fuck. I logged in. I did the event for a little bit. I killed a memory of Ragnaros. I got some of those currencies. Didn't really do fuck else. Except
fire be purged.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I also did the Warband thing because I'm like, I can finally compile my gold. Then realized logging onto every character on my account is going to take a fucking while. But I want all of my currency in my Warband Bank. So whatever fucking tune I'm playing as a main is just right there.
Can you do that between? So is that like cross faction now?
It's
so like Gershom can have Notokas's gold that she never had that she just has sitting there because I never play her no more, or like
I think so, as long as you put it in the Warband Bank.
Yeah, I gotta try it. Okay, weird.
Yeah, I actually came to realize I call myself a WoW podcaster, but I've been barely playing the game. And, you know, that's because I've got a tiny little mischief to take care of, because oftentimes what taking care of her involves holding her or she'll be upset. So I've decided I moved, with her permission, my wife's PC upstairs. So now I can hold the baby and play the game, and she can watch and see all the dragons and shit flying around and get a little smile on her face. So I should be able to play a lot more coming up here.
How old is she now? How old is Miss
4 months.
Wow. That's been a second. Yeah. Holy Toledo. I still thought she was like 1 week old. That's not true.
No.
Like, obviously not. But
well, you should call yourself a community influencer.
Like, instead of, I don't know. Somehow that sounds douchier. I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's like now you're not like a podcaster about WoW. It doesn't play WoW. You're just influencing the community, you know?
I'll probably get you out of the fucking Bud Light table and way up to at least the Amstel table. Remember when Berserker used to do that? The Bud Light table. Like, yeah.
I gotta say, I am not going to say any names, but I saw some upsetting things about a creator throwing shade at another different kind of creator on Twitter the other day. And it's like, no matter how big or small your platform is, don't ever let it go to your head like that. Don't sit there and think, fuck this other thing. I'm gonna never get anything out of working with them, blah, blah, blah. I can't really go into detail because I don't want to start shit. But of course you can have your opinions about something. But why do you have to publicly lambaste another creator? In this case, a group of creators, and then be surprised when people have a problem with it. Don't fucking do that. Any of you listening, if you ever decide to start a podcast, and if you have been thinking about it, do it. It is fun. If you decide to start a podcast and somebody starts beef with you, ignore it. Don't give into it. If you feel like starting beef with someone, don't. Just don't. Just don't. A lot of people think they can punch up and get clout. Well, the reality is you just look like an asshole.
The beef has gone bad.
Yeah.
This is a vegetarian household. We don't eat beef around here.
And I want to point out the person I saw, the creator I saw throwing shade at this other group of creators, I had literally never heard of until this group of other creators put out an article about this person and their content. So, yeah.
I'm never going to know. So, like, could you give me better hints in DMs?
Yeah, like, can you tell us in private? Can you put it in host chat who it was? Because I'm dying to know, too.
Remind me to tell you after the show.
And I won't post about it. I won't post about it.
Yeah, I am not somebody who likes to publicly call out people. So I guess if for whatever reason they hear about us doing this on the show, it's at most a subtweet. And if you want to be upset with me, buddy, you can. That's fine. Because I'm just not going to rise to it. It's fine.
Or, buddy, you can suck my motherfucking dick.
Was someone talking about us?
No.
Oh, I was like, you were like, you can suck my dick. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. I'll tell you guys.
No. See, Gershom, if someone was talking about us, I would just actually use my Twitter for once and verbally assault.
You did the first time you get on Twitter for months, and this is what you do.
Right after I say, if someone starts beef, don't give into it.
You would.
Bent be like, fuck y'all, I'm kicking down the door.
Send me location to quote Khabib. Send me location.
We're gonna have to make a subreddit just for you, like fucking co-hosts that talk shit. Or something.
Talk this shit.
No, you're not. I know.
In my defense, I
know,
never
you're not.
start the shit talk.
I know.
I
This is true.
I just go for the throat immediately when I respond.
My favorite
That's
story
because
from
you're
you
a,
is
that's because you're a swagatarius. Sorry to interrupt you, Willie. That's just how y'all roll. I know it.
my
It's the
favorite.
arrow to the knee or the throat, whatever.
Yeah. My favorite story from you, Benton. I don't know if you told this on the show or if we were just fucking around on raid night one night and you were talking about it. But you said once that you were doing some keys and this guy was being an absolute fucking asshole. And so you followed him to his next key and then called him out and tanked it immediately. I fucking love that.
So the real story was they came into my key. I was on it was like my DK when I was first gearing it. So it wasn't very geared. It was like a high key. So we go when we start doing it. Healer was just absolutely terrible. Like I usually don't need help as a DK, but like I used every cooldown and like 50 seconds later I died. I was doing like 500k healing and Halls of Valor. So the guy just like called me dog shit, left my key. So like, oh, okay. So he was complaining like before the round got in. He was like, oh, like I need to I'm looking for this certain item. So I just hopped on my rogue and I just started, looking through the groups. And it was right when, remember like when WoW, it used to just like tell you like DPS were in the group. It wouldn't tell you the comp. Like
Yep.
It was right when they updated it where you would like, basically you saw who was in the group and what. So I see this motherfucker is in this one group. So I joined and first thing I say is like, oh, hey, whose key is this? And I guess this guy like, it was like probably a half hour in between the keys. So maybe he got like a key done and he re-rolled it. So he's like, oh, it's my key. It's like, oh, all right. Like now, like I'm not going to be a fucking dick. Like I'm not going to ruin someone else's key. But now that I know it's his, then absolutely. So
Now I'm gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Look at
So
me.
literally, the guy, I ready up. I put the timer in, and I literally, as the countdown, so I'm like, hey, just for you to know, this guy like doesn't heal anything. Like he ruined my last key, and then he's just like a loser, altogether. And I dipped.
I fucking love that.
This
I
is
did.
the best story I've ever heard, and you did not tell that on the pod. That must have been on raid night or something that you said.
No, I
that.
think it was definitely during rain night because we were talking about.
Yeah,
Because I was
have
giving
not
on my
heard that story.
Stomp, I was telling Willie he needs to stop being a scaredy cat.
Oh, yeah.
And start pugging keys to get better. And I explained to him that story, and I was like, yeah,
You know what?
I have
If
that
someone-
one story, and I have like 150 other stories.
If someone disses you in a key, just go log on to an alt, find them, and go fucking do massive better in that key, and then talk shit too. I mean, it works. I guess
It's the modern equivalent of when some ally in the Barrens shows up and starts camping you on their 60, and then you hop on your 60 and get your friend and go back to the Barrens and beat the shit out of them.
I remember those days, and I've been through a lot of therapy, Wooly. I'd appreciate. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Yeah, no, I remember. Do you remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers getting camped in the fucking crossroads for your entire life. Remember being in the crossroads for like a month back in vanilla? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I was, but it was Burning Crusade at the time. And then I was Alliance first, and then I don't remember what the Horde I made was, but I suppose the Alliance really had no equivalent of that. You just kind of fuck around in Goldshire, and you're staying there by choice. Fucking stupid.
So I had told this story a long, long time ago when I was on the Third Faction podcast. This is literally like 2 years ago with Bricko and Miss Listra. What's up, guys? If you're listening, love y'all. But I had told a story about how way back in vanilla we used to go, and this was like before flying. So we literally used to run in res to pull this off. That's how desperate we were to do it. But we used to run into Stormwind, go into the stockades, zone into the stockades and wait for like an hour. Like, oh, let's go have a smoke or get something to eat or whatever. And then we just pop out of the stockades and just start murking people. And this is when I was playing my rogue, so I was like, and like Miss Listra to this day, she's like, oh, you're the one that's like, oh, there's a rogue loose in Stormwind. Yeah, flares are going off. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Bitches.
That is absolutely rogue behavior.
That's fucking legend. Yeah, that's why I love my rogue for a long time. I think it sucks. Sub-rogues suck now. I don't know. I might try assassination again. I'm not liking my sub-rogue, but that's a whole other thing.
I listened to drama time that Preach does every week. And I love it whenever a story comes in from a vanilla rogue, because it's almost usually about backstabbing other people that they're playing with, sometimes in their guild, sometimes not, all over like a piece of gear. And it's just so entertaining. Anyway, Gershom, what have you been up to in WoW this week?
So basically the event, I guess, like I didn't write down a lot of my notes. I actually I had a fuck up this week. So I went to delete one thing, like something from work off my desktop. And instead of deleting it, I pulled my entire recycling bin onto my desktop. Like,
oh, shit.
3,000 things. So I lost my notes and I had to start a new one. And there's still a bunch of stuff sitting on my desktop, which is making my computer suck. And I am eventually going through and like reorganizing everything, but it's a process. So basically the event, I was having a bit of an issue with Magni's behavior. I'm just saying, like, Champion, I kind of was getting pissed off at him during that little thing. You know, you go to the heart and he's like, if you're here to talk to me about Ezroth, I'm not interested, or whatever. And you're like, okay, bitch, like, no one's seen you for years, Magni. And then he starts talking to you and he's like, well, I don't really think that I needed to like talk to Azeroth. And oh, now surprisingly, she's not talking to me. And now I can sense she's in pain and she's not talking to me. Like, no shit, dude. Like, you literally just said I've been ignoring her for years and now she's mad. And then she basically, like, what is the end of the thing? It's like she fucking world soul bitch slapped him.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, like I couldn't think of a better way to say it. I literally wrote it down on a piece of paper on my desk because I'm like, she world soul bitch slapped you, dude. Like, oh, that's so great. I can hear her voice. He's obviously going to say like, oh, we need to go to wherever, like the earthen places or wherever we start. Like that, I don't remember what it's called, but whatever.
So did you notice that he's not as shiny and glowy?
Well, I noticed his big grippers when he was floating up. I was kind of focused on his big grippers. I was like, "Ah, some big old boots." Like, but then if like it had been a troll and they weren't wearing shoes, it would have been big grippers too. But I mean, no, I didn't notice that he's less shiny. I just noticed that he was kind of being an asshole. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're an asshole. Azeroth, you know, bitch slaps you down. And now all of a sudden your daughter's like, hey, you were a dick, but come back to life anyways. That whole like storyline was kind of weird. Like, what did you guys think about that? You saw that, right? Did you do the stay a while and listen where Moira talks to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. And honestly, I gotta say, Moira is unironically one of my favorite characters because she has been through so much shit and still makes really good judgment calls. Had an opportunity to turn the Bronzebeard and the Dark Iron against the Wildhammer and fuck them up because she led both of them. Didn't do it. Instead, had the three hammer council thing. She is a fucking badass and she is a fair leader. She's why I like Moira.
Dude. I like Moira. I'm not huge on like dwarven politics and dwarven culture. Like I don't know a lot about them, but Moira's pretty cool. And I am excited to see what they do with her and Dagran's story, like moving forward. But I just thought it was funny that she basically decided to tell her dad, like, hey, you're a fucking dick, and like while he's in a coma. Like I thought that was
the
odd.
first time she's done it.
Yeah, no, it was. I think a lot of people are saying that, like, wow, you have this chance, and she was pretty cathartic. And I need to look up who does her voice acting, but it was very emotional and very convincing, and it was a very good scene. I liked it. I had like little tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh, you're not a great dad, but you can be a great granddad, you know, and stuff like that. But other than that, like, I can wrap it up pretty quick. So after that, you know, obviously I jumped into the event and I had the same problems as everyone. It's still really laggy for me. It's still really bad.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like getting the hang of it. You go around in there and it's basically like a boss run. Like people just get in there. And I know we're going to touch on this in the news, but they made the bosses like harder to kill. which is good because the complaint from the beginning of the time is that, oh, we get in the zone, we load in, and we go to get the world boss, and it's dead. So 2 things I noticed about that. One is that the world boss is now harder to kill, and also these events just sort of seem to rotate through quicker than I'm used to. Maybe it's just because I'm jumping between characters, but you know what I mean? It's like you do one.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're done, if you killed the boss in that like portal that time, like say you kill Ragnaros or whatever, you can still jump around and do the mini bosses for as long as you want. As long as the
really?
event is going on. Yeah. Like they'll just keep spawning.
I didn't know that.
I don't know I'm not entirely sure like what's going on with that, but that's what I noticed is like everyone leaves, but I noticed when I turn in the quest that like the event is still going on and the like little circles are still like on my map. So like I don't know if once you kill the boss you can still go get, although maybe it probably doesn't drop as much. Like I'm sure there's some sort of like RNG involved there that I'm just because the same as everyone else. I kill the boss and I leave. I go turn it in and I leave and I jump to another character or I wait or whatever. So yeah, just doing the event and then having a fun little change of heart, I think, just real quick and then I'll wrap it up. But I was thinking at first, like, these echoes are kind of weird. Like, what? Oh, and then Khadgar's like, oh, why is Azeroth choosing to show us? And he has some funny lines. He's like, oh, I remember this one. You know, like, oh, I remember this shit. Like, oh, that sucks. And whatever. But I noticed that I feel like Blizzard did something kind of funny with it. I feel like there's some little like writing in there that is kind of appealing more to old heads like me. Like honestly, like a lot of these bosses are classic bosses and TBC bosses are Lich King at the oldest, you know? So like kind of appealing to the old heads. But I mean, there was a really funny one in the Duskwallow Marsh where you go kill Onyxia. And one of the quests in between before she spawns is like to go kill all the deviant fishes. And you're like, cool, let's go kill the deviant fish. And so every time you kill one, it actually, so remember when you would eat the deviant fish and it would turn you into like a random thing? Way back in the day? Sure. Okay. So that's what happened. Eat me. The deviant fish was like, eat me. And it would turn you into like a pirate or a rogue or like an undead person or a murloc or whatever. And so like when you kill the deviant fish, it does that. And so it really warmed my heart to see a bunch of like fucking rogues and pirates and murlocs and idiots running around like ghouls, like, and it's just the whole group of people was like not people. It was just silly looking stuff. And I thought that was funny. I thought that was a nice touch. It definitely made me giggle and I thought it was appreciated. Exactly. Like someone is still coding this quest where they're like, hey, let's, instead of eating the deviant fish, you're going to kill it and you're going to turn into a thing. And the best part is that when you leave, so like say you finish the event, you kill Onyxia, you leave, you go back to Dalaran or whatever, and you go there and everybody is still in that form. That form doesn't go away. So like a bunch of like ghouls and rogues and pirates were like running around Dalaran. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. That is
funny. Yeah.
This is one of those things that like tickled my heart, you know? So other than that, yeah, I didn't, that was it. I just did the event. I'm enjoying the event. You know, it's got its, I'm not going to say I'm like complaint free about it, but I'm not going to wax on. I think it's fine. It's a good way to get currency, get Mog, get catch up gear. And I think it's cool. Oh, and I got my mount today. I got my, remembered wyvern or whatever that you get for the horde, which is actually pretty cool looking. It's like a ghost wyvern. It's like a wind, like, you know, the wyvern, like the griffin that we ride. Yeah. But it's all like ghostly looking. So yeah, I like that. Got that guy today, and then I wrapped it up. And that was it.
That's awesome. One thing I forgot to mention, I said at the top of the show, Indecisive Warlock. I went onto my priest, and I was like, you know, if I play a Shadow Priest, I can get faster acceptance to groups if I flex into Disc, which I've become sort of comfortable playing. So I'm sort of looking at Shadow Priest as well. All I'm saying, with my raid leader sitting right here. But I have, until week 3, something like that.
Haven't you
Dude,
ever
play
seen that
both.
meme? Oh, sorry, Ben,
It's
go ahead.
it's very all friendly. Just play both, and you have for 3 weeks to figure out which one you like better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always, with the war bands too, like what I've been doing is like if things are hard on like a lower or like a less geared character, you can grind that's great about the war bands. You can grind the tokens and then transfer them and just really upgrade a character without hardly playing it until you play it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. I do like that about the war bands. I didn't bring that up before when you mentioned the war bands, but that's pretty sick. Like,
that said, I do think he should play Warlock.
Bertram can blow through fucking everything and transfer his easily begotten currency to someone who doesn't have a lot and have a lot of gear and then buy her stuff. So that's pretty cool. And also, did you ever see the meme where like, oh, you don't like Shadow Priest? Have you ever tried a Warlock? Sorry, because you're doing both.
I don't think I have seen that. Why do you, Ben, why do you think I should play the Warlock instead? Just because I know it better?
Yeah, I think it's just like when you're a kid and everything. I think you should just stick with something you kind of know how to play. So when you're like you're not like brand new, but then like maybe the priest is something you screw around with, or you play them both. I don't know,
Yeah, the whole thing that made the thought come up is the Hellcaller Warlock plays slightly different than the level 70 Dragonflight Destro Warlock, because one big thing that has changed my gameplay, and maybe I'm completely out of my mind, but there is a complete ability that I didn't use before that is now part of the rotation. I forget what it's called, Soulfire, some shit like that. And with Hellcaller, Immolate becomes Wither, and it's instant cast. So the
Wait, so instead of that 2-second cast time, you're literally just blasting them off. Are you still getting like the token out of that where you can do your chaos bolt? What's that thing called? Like a soul shard? Yeah. So it's instant cast now, and it's still giving you those little bit pieces of soul shards, and you're just slamming it off.
Basically.
Wow. Slamming it off. Jerkins. Okay, we're good.
Ben, how about yourself?
So what I did for this week is I made a decision that my first and foremost, before I get started, when I do that, with my wedding coming up, things at work getting like insane. We're very understaffed and like everyone's like quitting. Moving back to New Jersey, all that. I'm going to be stepping down from doing the podcast from week to week. I'll still be around. I'll pop in from time to time to do guest appearances and whatnot. But right now, a lot of things up in the air, and so that's what's been going on there. But like in the game, so what I've done is I basically played my healers through each awakened raid, both a normal and heroic, because I needed crests and didn't feel like doing keys. So I nerded out and did that. They're mostly fully geared now, and they're going to be part of my war band. So I settled on Hunter, Death Knight, Druid, and Shaman, and the intent is that I will mostly play those 4 characters, the whole X pack. And the reason I chose them is one, they can all do a lot of stuff, but they're all specs. Like DK has 2 specs I never played, Druid has 3, Hunter has 2 other ones besides Marksman, which I never really played. And yeah.
All right, so it looks like we've lost Gershom here, disconnect or something. So we're just gonna move forward here with the WoW news. Where's my button? There we go.
Time for WoW news, motherfuckers.
All right, so we've talked about it a fair amount, but the Warband Bank is finally fixed. I love this thing. It is super freaking useful. I was going to ask what our opinions on its existence are, but we have talked about it a lot. So we've already mentioned, hell yeah, we love this thing. I love being able to consolidate my gold in one place. It's just awesome. What have you really gotten much out of it yet yourself, Ben?
The Warband Bank thing?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I haven't.
Uh-oh, you cut out there. Oh boy.
Even around with it yet. I know it's like really buggy though.
Kind of like Discord, apparently, because you just bugged out there for a little bit. It went all silent.
Oh, would you? Basically, I said that I haven't tried it yet. But I was broke on gold. Now I just bought 2 tokens, so Might play around with it this weekend. But was it bugged or broken?
So the issue with it was, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it wasn't working. I think it was making people crash or something. So Blizzard was like, hey, we're taking this out of commission for a little bit while we work on it. And they put it back up. And ever since they put it back up, I've just been really glad that it's been there.
Oh, nice. I guess like I probably should have asked this when we went over what we were talking about. I was gonna say, have you decided like what your warband's gonna be?
Yeah, actually, we have something about that later in the show, but I'll just erase it from the end and talk about it now. So essentially, I have up there two warlocks. One of them my Thrall warlock, the other my Proudmoore, and my OG druid, of course. He's just got to be there. And I'm blanking. My priest. Yeah, my priest Zip Ties is up there. And the idea is that somehow they all met at a tavern or whatever, and they got in a fight, and then that brought them closer together. And then the real warband is the friends we made along the way.
I like that. That's a good thematic set for you, I think.
Hell yeah. All right, so another thing we were talking about on the show already, Radiant Echoes, the event is now live, and we've alluded to this already, but the mini bosses were apparently too easy and dying too quick, so Blizzard went and gave them a slight buff. Same with the boss parts of the thing, and this is really good because more people can get into the mob and tag it before it dies. And interestingly enough, with this event, we have confirmation from Kel from Collected Company that you can apparently go from 60 to 70 in like an hour doing the event. Like, what the hell was he doing? Like, just the event? Or was he just, like, farming shit? What was it? Do you know?
So Cal, yeah, he's like big on the event, and he was using it, I know, on some of his characters, the gear, but then he wanted to give leveling a try. So he took all his Proudmoore Alliance tunes to it, dude. I think he got it down to like 59 minutes, going 60 to 70 with the event.
That is
Yeah, and then he did 50 to like 63, I think, in an hour as well. So if you have any alts you wanted to level up, I recommend using the event because apparently it is massive XP, and not to mention like you'll get drops that you could use end game. So it's kind of nice in that regards too. Like the worst thing I feel about like leveling is that you get like, gear from quest and shit that immediately is obsolete once you hit max level. So I think that's a nice change. Like the gear is, something that is good enough to get you started and get you into some of the more, content.
Yeah. Okay, so one other thing that changed in the event, it quickly changed. There was a cap for the memories of 20, and it was like clogging mailboxes and shit, but Blizzard has changed that, thank fuck. It's up to 100 now, I believe. So if you're farming those and you're like, what the fuck? Leave my fucking mailbox alone. You're good. Moving ahead, there was a really fucking interesting bug involving, well, maybe not bug. I don't even know. It had to have been a bug at one point involving the Warlords deathwheel. And I'm just going to read the blue post about this because this is insane. Let me pull it up here quick. I should have had it ready to go, but I did not. Okay. So I had posted something on the forums. I don't know the name of their post, but they started it with as 0.0. Realized talents and UI were borked. Logged my main to screenshot my UI so I can recreate it on the mop tune. And when I logged my main, I was met with a big Warlords deathwheel icon. It was added to my collection, and I got the feat of strength. I don't know if this is a random glitch or if it's been added back, but yeah, this just happened like 2 minutes ago. And this is nuts. A blue post. We looked into this, and yes, another person had said, your account was flagged to have been able to receive it when it was current, but for whatever reason, you never got it. The reason was something like a bug or crash that was invoked the instant that the mount was initially supposed to be awarded, and then a fix for that as a result of a recent update. And there may be other achievements that a very small number of players have been missing until now. So basically, this is nuts because way back when this was a thing, their account had been flagged to get the mount, but they didn't get the amount. And now something about remix, I guess, suddenly means, hey, here's your mount. Like, just, I have never heard of a bug basically getting wiped out and fixed by itself so long after the fact. It's just nuts to me. I think it's really cool.
That is weird because, like, I was reading someone on Reddit earlier today that didn't play in BFN. They randomly logged in and got like a bunch of season 4 feat of strength achievements, like getting the raid on heroic and stuff.
It's crazy. Like the only other thing I've ever heard of related to this, and I still don't know why this happens, is every now and then I would sometimes even be on a flight point flying, and I'd get an achievement for like a PvP honor kill. Like, what are you talking about? I'm in flight right now. Weird shit. All right, so I'm gonna flip flop these because it's relevant more. After I made the notes, an article was posted that pointed something out that I didn't realize. So, leveling transmogs through the Radiant Echoes. There is the Recruit Sturdy Shield. There's an Alliance version and a Horde version, and the Recruit Sturdy Tome. It's a book held in the offhand. This whole article is pointing out that people have been trying to get them when they're at 70 and couldn't get them. It turns out you can only have those drop from objectives and final bosses if you're under 70 and doing the event, which now with this news that apparently you can go from 60 to 70 in an hour seems kind of dumb to me, because that's a relatively short window. What if you don't get it? I don't know. But if you're out there trying to get it and your remix character, no, not remix, and you're 70, hop your 60, 65, whatever you got. Just go in there, farm it on that. You can even probably, actually, now that I think about it, there's an NPC in Orgrimmar, one in Stormwind, that you can lock experience at. So if you're really trying for this and you don't want to hit 70 and then not be able to get it, just go pay like the 20 gold or whatever to Bestin or Slots, however the fuck you say their names. You can look up where they are. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then lastly, this is over by the time this episode goes live, but there was a welcome back weekend that Blizzard did. This is an event where people whose accounts had lapsed were given a free weekend to play either Remix or the pre-patch event. I don't remember if it's been done before with previous expansions. I think it may have been, but I'm not sure. But this makes a lot of sense. People have been playing it, and obviously Blizzard is hoping people who quit for whatever reason, cough, Shadowlands, cough, might see this and think that little taste is enough to get them back on the needle or some shit. Hell if I know. I mean, capitalism be capitalisming.
I wonder if it has anything to do with, because remember they said they were going to refund people time because of the shitty launch experience with that patch?
That was just a day to each person, because when you think about it, that's a day's worth of service we paid for and couldn't have. So, like, legally speaking, they probably did it for that. I don't think it's necessarily related.
Oh, okay. I kind of like the idea. I mean, maybe do like a week before the expansion comes back. Let people like play the game a little bit and see if you can get people like, oh, fuck it, I'll buy it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they should do free weekends more frequently. Call of Duty is not a great example because that game is running like dog shit, but they do free weekends every now and then, pretty frequently, but not infrequently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if you don't have, like right now, we're in Modern Warfare 3 territory. If you don't have Modern Warfare 3, boom, guess what? You can hop on and play the multiplayer during this free weekend. Well, maybe Blizzard should do that. I'm going to send them a moderately worded letter.
There you go.
All right, let's move on to the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. So, we've been going through the various playable races in Azeroth and assigning them heritage drinks. This week, Bent is up. He has the Tauren, and you had the High Mountain Tauren before, I believe. Now you have the Tauren. You're calling it the War Stomp. And considering you have said you are going to be stepping down from the show, I want to say I appreciate all the drinks you've made so far. Thank you so much
No problem.
for coming on. Now, let's see. What do I think is in the War Stomp? I'm definitely thinking it's a brown drink of some kind, but you could throw me for a loop because they do have that face paint. I'm thinking there's an earthy quality to it because they're stomping on the ground.
You're warm. You're very warm.
Oh boy, bourbon. Fuck it. Okay, shot of bourbon, chocolate milk. Believe it or not. And to add a little spice to it, some Sprite. Yes, chocolate milk and Sprite to put a little fizzle in that shizzle.
So you got earthen right, you got bourbon right. You were off completely with Sprite and chocolate. I don't like milk, by the way.
It just
chocolate.
all collapsed
Yeah.
on me.
But you were good though. So it is 2 parts bourbon, 1 part contreau, 1 part sweet vermouth, but only a little bit, like half of what you put in for the contreau. And then lastly, a splash of lemon juice. You mix it up. It has like a muddy, earthy look to it, and it tastes a little bit like a Manhattan.
What was that? 2 parts bourbon. I got the vermouth. What was that second one?
It was 2 ounces bourbon, 1 ounce of contreau, half an ounce of the vermouth, and then a 1/4 ounce of like lemon juice. And you just mix it up and serve it in a highball glass.
Hell yeah. So you're doing this whole not drinking thing right now. So I will have to, I don't have contreau or vermouth or lemon juice, but someday I'm going to try this and I'll let you know how it is.
I'll make Slurpee drink it at Raid.
There we go. He'll do it. So when you do, make sure, well, I mean, probably not, nobody's going to fucking get it when in Raid voice channel. People will be like, what the fuck? But in our hearts, we will be yelling over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole. Although it's going to be the start of a new Raid season in a new Raid expansion. Maybe Flurpy will have one of his epic, like, story things that he's done before.
Oh, yeah, he's already been working on it.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so
make sure you're a half hour early that day.
Oh, yeah. So we are now going to move forward. Oh, I forgot to say, we are damn near out of races to make drinks about. I am up next week. I was originally going to do the Maghar Orc, but I'm actually going to take the Draenei. Yeah.
Ooh.
Maghar, the Draenei, and the Lightforged Draenei have been kind of left to the side for a little bit here. So I'm going to take the Draenei next week.
I feel like anyone who does the Lightforged Draenei has to use Goldschlager.
Oh, yeah. That's a given. All right. You want to play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
Let's play a game. Play a game. All right, we're going to play wrong answers only. So, Bent, I'm going to throw this question out here. You're going to give me the wrongest answer, like the absolute worst answer you could give for the scenario at hand. You ready for this? I wrote down 10, but we might only do 5 because our recording is a little long. No, it's not. Never mind. Whatever. Maybe we'll do all of them. I don't know. Question 1. Thrall quits the Horde Council. Who should take over for him to represent the orcs? Wrong answers only.
Garage House Screams Love Child with some orc whore.
Oh my god.
Who has very noticeable temper problems and daddy issues.
So it would basically be rehashing old stories. Because Blizzard never does that.
But this time will be different, according to the orcs.
Yeah. This time it'll be, it's not Garrosh 2.0. It's more morally gray.
Until he blows up another city.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So,
hopefully it'll be
number
wherever
2.
the fucking Malfurion lives.
I mean, they already burned a tree down once.
Yeah, but they didn't take him out. Barack was too much of a pussy. All right, what's the second one?
The Alliance fires Turalion and instead establishes a council. Moira does not want to join, so who represents the dwarves?
Shit, my Dwarlord sucks. Tyrion Lannister.
Oh my fucking god. With the scar or without the scar? That's very important.
With the scar, 100%. Makes him look more badass. He got it in the fourth war.
It's got to be part of the ceremony to induct him into the council that he climbs a really tall wall and pisses off the edge of it.
Also, the dude in the wheelchair, Bran, has to come.
I'm the three-eyed raven.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna say. I'm the three-eyed dragon.
You guys, if you've never watched Game of Thrones, watch it. Also, watch House of the Dragon. So far, it's not as good as Game of Thrones, but it's fucking good. Question 3. What is Gammon known best for? Gammon, 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 however you say it, is that little Tauren.
I don't know, but that motherfucker thought he was gonna save us by running around Orgrimmar with a fucking shield. Guy's a fucking G. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know.
Well, it's wrong answers only, so you got to make something up. I'm going to say he's best known for getting hepatitis from Pam Anderson.
I think he's best known for... I think he killed his wife, and that's why he had a shovel. He, like, finished burying her grave, and then he lost his mind and was just running around Orgrimmar and said he was going to save us.
That works. So, a terrible disease is spreading through Stormwind and Orgrimmar. What is it called, and what are the symptoms? Like 2 symptoms max. Let's keep it reasonable.
So it's going to be one disease, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be called internal darkness. There's going to be an eclipse for 100-year period, and everyone's going to die out but the night elves. The orcs are going to die first because they live in a really shitty area. So, obviously the desert, and they'll end up just splitting off of the tribes again and eating each other, kind of like how they were on Draenei. I think the Draenei will just straight up get out of there. I think the humans...
We're going to space.
Yeah, I think the Alliance, for the most part, will be okay because the gnomes are just be like, oh, fuck, like, we learned our lesson from Normaregan. We're going to build a new cavern underground. Like, they know how to function in underground environments, so I think they'll be all right. I think the Horde will just, like, splinter into pieces. I don't think they'll be able to survive. They'll just go back to their more, like, natural instincts. And I think the Alliance end up taking over the world until the sun comes back, and then, yeah.
If it were me, I'm thinking of a terrible disease, I'm thinking it's going to be called butt pox. And the main symptom is you have uncontrollable diarrhea. Like if it's coming up, you do not get to hold it. It's coming out.
So people just shit everywhere?
Yeah. So uncontrollable diarrhea called butt pox. You get bumps on your butt. You have uncontrollable diarrhea. And eventually it just stops. It just stops and you feel fine. Number 5 here. What was the real reason for the 4th war? So Sylvanas burning the tree, bullshit. Alliance responding with the Lordaeron thing, bullshit. Sylvanas actually being like, I'm trying to get you all to die so that we can fucking go to the Shadowlands. It's all bullshit. It's all fake. What is the real reason we were fighting each other?
So, real talk. Valeria Windrunner found Tyrellian clapping Sylvanas' cheek. So she forced a fucking war. She forced a fucking war. And apparently Tyrellian's dick like fell off in the process of sticking into dead Sylvanas' fucking rancid puss. And so he has like a prosthetic dick that was given to him by the fucking light Naru thing.
Does it glow?
Yes, when he gets hard, it gets hard and glow, and then glows and gets shiny. And when he's ready to boom, it just like fucking goes really, really shiny and blinds you to the point where like Valeria needs sunglasses to blow him.
Oh my Jesus Christ! I don't think she can.
You asked for wrong answers.
That is a wrong answer. But now here's another question. This is a brain teaser. So Illyria is void. Tyrellian is light. Fel is the weird shit that shows up when void and light collide. So if Illyria sucks off Tyrellian, do you think he comes like a chaos bolt? A cum bolt, if you will?
It would leave his dick naturally in its form, but I think once it hits her mouth, you ever see the videos of the porn stars when like they spit it out when they're done?
No, I never watch porn. I'm a good little Christian boy.
Okay, well, anyways, like I think she would be able to spit out like flame bolts. Maybe like when they're fighting like bad guys, they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta use Fel." Like, we'll have to give her like a quick BJ, and then she'll be able to spit out a flame bolt, a Fel ball at someone.
And then you'll see the rise of a new class in the game, the Fellatiomancer.
Yeah.
Mancer, not master. The Fellatiomancer. Good Jesus Christ.
Dude, you imagine the class ability? Warm mouth. Warm in your mouth for 20 seconds,
Oh my
increasing ejaculation rate by 20%. Oh my god.
What the fuck goes on in our brains that this is what comes out?
This is intrusive thoughts.
You know what? I'm going to save the rest of these for another time because I really want to go out on that high note. So then we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Ben,
Can we call the episode Spit and Fell Balls?
I was actually going to call it Fellatiomancer now, but Spit and Fell Balls, is that what you said?
You call it whatever you want. As long as it referenced that. I didn't think I was going to come up with that.
Man, I'm going to really miss having you on the show. We'll have you on at some point in the future.
Yeah, I'll hit you up whenever I got the time. I'll be like, hey, maybe I'm around this weekend. It might work out where maybe like you guys need an extra body or something.
That would be top tier. Okay, so guys, we're going to just go ahead and get on out of here. Oh, wait, no. I missed one important thing. Final thoughts. What's your final thought?
Maybe I should write like a fucking romance. What really happened in the fucking WoW universe? Just come up with these fucking deranged, like make it like a Latina soap opera, you know, with all like the steamy trice going on,
and make a YouTube channel animating it all
using like cartoon
like
fingers.
No time for that.
I could pay someone.
You could. My final thought, other than we will miss you, is I kind of feel like if that were to happen, then Turalian's Felcum would destroy Illyria's mouth. It would just burn it off. Anyway, so now we're going to get out of here. Go ahead and follow us in the various social places. I am at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y on Twitter and Instagram. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom, Gershom on Twitter. Bent is at Bentolas_outlaw on Twitter. And that is the last time I'm going to say that as part of this, unless you're coming back as a guest someday. The show itself is at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter and Instagram. Email us, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can leave a review in the Spotify comments or on iTunes. I made us a link tree. So the URL is not redirecting properly, but as soon as I can get it fixed, you can go to thrallsballs.com. It'll show you our link tree. Unfortunately, we no longer have the anonymous feedback thing that we had on our old shitty website because shit broke. But our link tree will have links to Discord and all those good things. Speaking of which, you can also join our Discord once we find that link tree. Otherwise, there should be a link on our Twitter account. And we have a separate channel for reviews in the Discord. Anyway, that was clunky because I didn't write that last part down with the link tree, but whatever. Anyway, bye. We love you. Be good.
Bye, guys.
I lost the stop button.